My mind blew up when I first realized that oh my god, I just created one of the greatest paintings in the world. In this video, I reveal the hidden secrets behind the Fate of Ophelia, things you'd never imagine exist, and show you how these secrets shape my masterpiece. As I start painting the background, you can chill, just sit back while I'll tell you an amazing story. It all begins hundreds of years ago with a girl named Ophelia. She lived inside Shakespeare's play Hamlet, a gentle soul caught between love and obedience. She loved a prince who once swore devotion, but his heart grew dark and distant. Torn between her father's will and Hamlet's cruelty, she lost her mind piece by piece. Her father was telling her that Hamlet was looking for power, not love, but her heart couldn't listen. In a dark day, Hamlet killed Ophelia's father. One day she walked to the edge of a river, singing to herself, holding wild flowers. Her dress spread upon the water like wings, and the current carried her away. She didn't scream, she didn't fight, she simply became part of the river. That's how the world remembers her, beautiful, broken, silent, and trapped in her love and life. But what's hidden behind that story is another woman. Centuries later, an artist named John Everett Millais painted her. His muse, the woman who became Ophelia, was Elizabeth Siddall. She posed in a long white dress, lying for hours and hours in a bathtub of cold water. The lamps burned out, the water chilled, but she stayed still, chasing perfection for art. She fell ill afterward and never truly recovered, and she died because of that. Just like Ophelia, the art she brought to life ended up consuming her. But Elizabeth was not only a muse, she was an artist herself, an art creator, not an art subject. She painted a woman called the Lady of Shalott, cursed to see the world only through a mirror, weaving reflections of a life she could never touch. One day, the lady saw love. She looked at the window, and the curse shattered. She left her tower, stepped into a boat, and drifted toward the world she longed for. And though it killed her, she died free. Death for her was not despair, it was escape. These three women, Ophelia, Siddall, and the Lady of Shalott, lived centuries apart yet shared one story, a longing for freedom in a world that confined them. And then came Taylor Swift. She saw the reflections, and in the Fate of Ophelia, she gave them a new ending. She turned death into defiance, tragedy into choice. That was the beginning of my painting. Every color I placed here carries their story. Now, centuries later, a new storyteller took their stories and gave them new life, Taylor Swift. In her song, The Fate of Ophelia, she doesn't just sing, she paints. She steps inside the same tragedy, but changes its ending. The video opens with a painting, the same Ophelia scene we've seen for generations, and then we see her, Taylor, standing before it. She recreates Ophelia's world, lying among the flowers, surrounded by water. But this time, she wears the dress of the Lady of Shalott. Maybe she's whispering to us, my fate will not be Ophelia's, but the lady's. And then something strange happens. The painted world shatters. Behind the cracks we see an exit door, and beyond it a glowing orange bird, a symbol of freedom. The audience watching her, elegant, distant, doesn't notice the door. They only see the showgirl, but she sees the way out. I'm painting my Ophelia, but she's not the same. Her dress glimmers like the Lady of Shalott. Her eyes carry Taylor's quiet strength. She lies among flowers, yet she's not surrendering. She's awakening. Behind her, I built a stage. The life Taylor knows so well: beauty, music, performance, and isolation. 1,000 lights upon her, and yet she stands alone. The Lady of Shalott had her mirror. Taylor has her screen. To be known by millions, yet unseen by anyone. That's the modern curse. And in that mirror of fame, she rewrote the story. She became not the drowned girl, but the one who chose to swim. I paint also a door out, like the exit door at the stage. I'm sure that she has found the way out. Here stands the tower, the one every artist builds, wall made of admiration, expectations, perfection. The higher it rises, the lonelier it becomes. This is the tower Ophelia never escaped, but in my painting she will, as the Lady of Shalott. This is the tower, the same tower that Lady of Shalott lived years and years of her life. Cursed, then she's on a ship, surrounded by pirates, chaos, danger. In that moment she sings, "And if you'd never come for me, I must have lingered in purgatory. You wrapped around me like a chain, a crown, a wine, and pulling me into the fire." Ouch, my canvas has fallen. I was so deeply into the story that I forgot to be careful. Okay, back to the story. Those words, they sound like surrender, but they're not. They're transformation. The fire isn't death. It's rebirth, passion, defiance, freedom. And so she jumps into the sea, the same sea that once drowned Ophelia. But this time, it doesn't take her, it frees her. Painting for days and days, my eyes actually dried out. I couldn't even open them for a week. It's funny, art takes a part of you, but it also gives something back. So I came back a week later with new eyes. Okay, later we see her entangled in sheep's robes, while others do her makeup. A prisoner of beauty, of fame, of image. She watches the world through reflections, through social media. She can't walk the streets like others do. She must leave behind curtains. But in the end, she returns to the beginning. She lies in a bathtub. This bathtub connects everything: Ophelia, Elizabeth Siddall, and Taylor Swift. Here, I painted a ship with a rope hanged from it, and the ship's rope is going through an open door. On the other side of it, there is a bathtub. It's saying that the girl has made herself free of vines and ropes and jumped into that door in a bathtub, like Elizabeth Siddall. Okay, I wasn't satisfied with my first tower. It felt too cold, too hopeless, so I wiped it off. Here we see the tower of the Lady of Shalott, but it's empty. There's no girl trapped in it. The girl is free. She's gone. The mirror has cracked. The stage is silent. The curse is broken. But maybe she died of her freedom. Who knows? And there it was, the fate of Ophelia, a story that began in despair and ended in fire. Ophelia sank, the Lady of Shalott drifted, Elizabeth Siddall endured, and Taylor Swift transformed. Each of them found a way to be seen, not as muses, but as creators, not as victims, but as voices. This painting is my tribute to them, to every woman who ever looked through a mirror and chose to break it. Because freedom, even when it burns, is still freedom. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Bye!